Hey everybody, for grass is always green.
So I forgot that I was running this for a second. You get in a groove, right? So I am Jen, and I'm going to be running the second session of this little adventure that I put together here. And so, real quick, I would love to go around the table, as it were, and get everybody's names, their pronouns, and the character that they are playing this evening. And I'll start with Ava, who is right next to me.
I am Ava Rogers, and she, her, and tonight I will be playing Hanako, the oft irritated alchemist.
Tony?
Oh,
Sorry.
whichever.
I am Tony. My pronouns are they, them, and I am playing Sleepy, the dwarf with the only guns in the party right now.
Ski, who is Tony 2.0.
What? No, I'm playing Chainz tonight. My name is Brad Lasecki. He, him, and Chainz is. He's just a surfer dude. You know, he just goes through life happy and free, and just wants to be a Shadowrunner. He thinks he's gonna learn a lot from you guys.
Ghost, help us.
Hey, I am Tom, and I'm the guy trying to get. There we go.
Trying to fix the second Tony issue?
Yeah, trying to fix the second Tony issue.
We all
Not that we don't love you, Tony.
Right. I was just gone way too long.
That's how much we missed you.
My name is Teslon. Pronouns are he, him. I am playing Jay. Gigantic troll strongman. But I'm not playing this character. I'm running several different games and running tech behind the scenes for.
So we'll do a quick recap for the viewers at home. Last session, you got a, quote, easy job from a novice Johnson to investigate unusual plants or animals at the Rocky Mountain Arsenal, which is an old weapons production area that was supposedly cleaned up by the US government over 100 years ago. After Chainz visited the gift shop and met a walking stick-wielding friend, the group was pointed toward ruins at the end of the old army trail. The group discovered a big hole, and after some math and combined strength, were able to remove the cover of the hole and climb 75 feet underground, because while this is Shadowrun, I can't do meter math because I am a good American and don't do metric. So our Shadowrunning group found a room with a lewisite presence that Chainz told us all about. Was like really bad acne inside and out. And there is a green river that was running north and an antique truck. And the runners were able to get that antique vehicle running and driving it through the large tunnel to their next stop on this wild adventure. Anything that I missed or that anybody would like to add? All right, so you were all in this old truck. There was almost a slight mishap where Chainz started it while Jay was still investigating whether it would run. I imagine it was some sort of Bugs Bunny style smoke blowback, like the exploding cigar.
Yeah, this truck totally works. It's awesome. You okay, Jay?
Yes. Fine.
Hey, you got a little. Do you need a rag?
No, that's fine. I walk up and grab your shirt. use it to wipe my face.
Sure, no problem, man. You need the shirt off my back. I'm here. I'm here for you.
What a sweetheart.
I feel like I should be paying more attention. I should have checked the engine like the experienced Shadowrunner. That's my bad.
Start stuff while I've got my head inside.
Definitely note that.
Actually, don't start stuff when I have when there's anybody, any of the team has appendage.
Yeah, that totally tracks. That tracks. I'm gonna remember that one.
Would anyone like to do anything else before we move on? All right.
Other than rolling her eyes, no.
Rolling your eyes is a free action, I feel.
I would hope so.
No, I'm it's your game. You're the game runner. So. But the way Hanako rolls her eyes, I think that's at least
I think if it's eye rolling and like a pout or a hip thrust or something like that, then that might be a minor action, a little more involved sass. But base level sass is definitely free action. So everyone piles into this 100-year-old Jeep, and y'all start heading down this tunnel that leads away from this area that you've been in. And it's a dimly lit tunnel. It's definitely the kind that has lights that are along the sides where you can see the cabling that has been encased on the sides. So it's very clear where the wiring is to light the lights. And they are giving off sort of a greenish glow. As you drive for definitely a couple of miles underground. I know that Teslin said last time that he did not want an awkward car ride. So speak now or forever hold your awkwardness until the next stop.
Who's driving?
Jay. Well, Jay's got levels in it.
That sounds like
That's
Jay's
good.
driving.
Shotgun.
No, I already ruled on that. Hanako gets the shotguns.
Too bad. I was sitting back.
Yeah, last time he told you that you weren't a real mage.
Oof.
Or not a full mage. So
Oh, yeah,
sorry,
definitely.
I might have been projecting a little bit. So after a couple of miles of awkwardness and maybe some hurt feelings, that you all arrive at another large room. And as you are driving through this tunnel to where it opens up, you see another black and white flash like you saw above ground. And what you see are people running around in lab coats, and they've got like paper clipboards, and there are desks, and there's all sorts of science equipment. And it flashes for just a moment, both in the physical and the astral. And then it goes away. And when it goes away, what you are left with is a room that... Make sure that I...
Ooh.
All right, yeah. So it's a large room with a couple of levels. There are more lights in here than you would expect to be in an underground facility that's not supposed to be operational. And there is a green smoke that is coming up on one side. And all the way at the end of the room is a sort of railing that looks over into what looks like a large green lake. There's a nice tree. There's some beautiful, twisted looking plants, vines, flowering things. And as you pull up, you see that there are dead guards and scientists everywhere with acid looking burns. And these are not long ago bodies.
Oh, recent.
This still operational.
Jay's gonna check it out. Not Jay. Chainz is gonna check it out on Astral.
So,
Go ahead.
yeah. So with your astral perception, they are definitely dead bodies, and there is a large that Hughes color that we decided on last time. That you introduced this fact. Don't make that face. Is just everywhere, and there is a concentration of it coming from the area where the green smoke is emanating. That it's brighter over there.
Check the seal on my gas mask.
Ava, what were
Yes.
you? What were you going to say?
Hanako was going to look for a terminal or something and try and, I mean, if there's lights, there's power, so there should be probably, hopefully, a still functioning terminal, and we can figure out what they were researching down here, because this smells like spirits.
There is a functioning terminal that is right here at the top of this platform.
That would be where she would head.
All right.
Jay's our decker, right?
I have a level in it.
So it sounds like the Decker to me.
Hanako's just very smart.
Anything
Wow.
that you'd like to do?
Well, probably start heading around the room just to try to get more of the lay of the land.
I'm so sorry. I lost the last bit of what you said.
Just to get more of the lay of the land.
Okay. Do you have any tactics or anything like that?
Small unit tactics.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception and add 2 for your small unit tactics.
Visual or just regular?
Visual is perfect.
Okay. One hit.
Okay. There are definitely some strategic points that are pretty obvious. Right up here on the top of this platform, these look like some sort of condenser units or something similar. And there is this area up here that looks like you might be able to gain another vantage point up there for sniper reasons. Teslin, what are you up to?
I would probably go up onto that level with Nako and try to aid her if she doesn't get anywhere with getting into the terminal.
Okay. Then Ava, we'll go back around to you. Go ahead and make me a computers. Sorry, I'm getting my systems mixed up.
It's electronics now.
Electronics, thank you.
Fine, I'm defaulting either way. That defaults to logic?
Yes.
Okay. I was hoping for check, does it have like a biometric reader to log on or a keycard swipe or something, and then I could send Jay, go grab one of the dead bodies, grab the keycard, and swipe it and get into their system. But let's see what these 5 dice get me.
Hopefully it's...
Hey! Ooh, 2! Me double checking to make sure Hanako does not have bad luck. She does not, okay. My other character does.
So, with your 2 hits, you do in fact notice there is a key slot access for this panel. There's like a top user menu. It doesn't really tell you much, but you do see that there is the As Technology logo on the screen.
Aww.
That's not...
Jay, see if you can find a key
Keycard? Alright.
or multiple, actually. We're not sure what level access they would have.
Okay.
One of the scientists, not the guards.
Yeah, that makes... Alright. I make my way over to where the dead bodies are.
Okay.
Can I walk over there, or do I need to... They were in a different section.
They're just kind of scattered all over the place, so...
Okay. Then I...
Find a lab coat, pick it up.
Yep. Find the... I assume it's fairly easy to get to. The scientists are... I gather up all the key cards I can.
Okay.
Are they something where they're on lanyards or anything like that, or?
Yeah, they're on the retractable lanyards with the little clips that you'd clip onto a lapel or onto a coat pocket.
Okay.
Gotta hate those things.
Do they have do the coat pockets have name tags on them?
They do have names embroidered into them.
I look around for the I look around for the oldest one.
Okay.
No, it's just the lab coat that's been there the longest. Looks like it's got the most wear on it.
Okay.
And I take that key card and I toss it up to Nako. Try this one. This looks the oldest. I'll grab the rest. And I gather the rest.
All right. Tony, anything that you'd like to do?
I don't think so. Just kind of.
Okay. Ski, I know you were looking on the astral. Anything that you'd like to do in this round of investigating?
If there was like nothing immediately popping out in astral, yeah, he'd help search the bodies.
Okay, so we'll loop back around to Ava.
She tried swipe the key card, see what access it gives her, start poking around in their files.
Okay. So the screen pops up after you swipe the key card, and it's old style looking graphics. So graphics that are 40 years out of date, kind of looking. And the screen says, "Welcome, Dr. Hernandez." And there is an option for status of Project Mephitic.
Spell that for me.
Phpitic.
Okay. Yeah, she'll open that.
Okay, so inside this status report, it talks about a lot of chemical levels. There are some indications of some test results that might be. Do you have any kind of biology or any kind of science?
Most of her knowledges are related to magic, metaplanes, spirits, magical societies, traditions, etc.
Okay. There is one thing that actually catches your eye with your knowledge of metaplanes.
Ooh.
That the characters in the report, so there's a bunch of science, it's lots of numbers and that sort of thing. And then there's one line at the bottom of the report that actually has magical characters, like runes that you would associate with your metaplane studies. And it indicates that levels are rising as expected.
Oh, this really doesn't sound good. She's while she's poking around, any dates on any of like the last update?
The last update was last week.
Okay. Not some weird time shenanigans then. They're just using a really ancient system. As far as technology goes. Not to make anyone feel old.
Ever that.
Oh, yeah, but it's not just you, Tom.
Yeah, it's me now too.
So Chainz and Sleepy, while y'all are poking around looking at bodies, that sort of thing, you hear a thud coming from this area with the green smoke coming out of it.
Hey, did you hear that? I stage whisper to Sleepy.
Sleepy will nod. And kind of just creep forward.
All right, yeah, let's go check it out. Chainz will let the experienced runner take the lead, and he will kind of try and emulate the stealthy motions that Sleepy is making.
Quite still. But he'll head towards the.
So, Sleepy, as you get closer, you notice with all of your Shadowrunning experience that it looks like there is a door here that's been blended in to the walls around it, that you would have to know what you're looking for to notice it. And there is a small slot that looks like a key card would fit inside of it.
Hey, there's a door here, and it needs a card.
Okay. I grab a card. One of the cards and toss. Not the one that Taco is currently using. Toss it down. Try that one.
Right.
All right, so as you slot the card, there is a pneumatic style hiss as the door slides open. And Hanako, on your screen, there is a message that flashes that says, subject has been released.
I think you're still
You're
muted.
muted.
For some reason, I was acting like I was on push to talk. Anyway, as soon as she sees that, close the door now.
I'm gonna try to close the door.
Okay. So how do you try to do that?
I guess I'll try slotting the card in again.
Okay. So slotting the card will stop the door, so it's open about 6 inches at this point.
Chainz is just kind of reach over the top and just try and push the door closed.
Okay. As you do, some green fingers extend out through the opening, and as you push the door closed, they sort of pull back. One gets cut off, and it is it's just the end of the finger. No big deal. It's green and viney and sickly looking.
Oh my god, dude! I'm so sorry. That looks painful. Never want that to happen to me. In response from the door.
I'm not. This doesn't look healthy.
I mean, I've seen worse in the Barrens.
Is there anything in these records that I can find that... What is the test subject?
The test
or
subject,
was it, I guess?
The test subject appears to be, or at least used to be, an elf. And name has been redacted for security purposes. And that they had some sort of magical ability. And there was some sort of infusion. Ski, why don't you make me a roll for your mask?
Ooh, my mask. The resist toxin.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what we did last time, where we were able to get some identification of what was the stuff that was in the air, and I didn't write it down.
The rating 6 gas
No,
mask, but
Survival
wasn't
kit.
it...
The survival kit had a water
Yeah.
had a water tester.
The water purifier.
Oh, okay.
That's how we found out it was in the... I think he was the only one that recognized what it was. Something like that.
yeah, he figured
Right, it
out
came
what
back with
was.
lewisite, but he was the one who knew what lewisite is.
That's right. Thank you. Yeah, so when you got out of the vehicle, that your gas mask let you know that this was a different chemical composition than the previous room.
Yeah, and the gas mask only works if it's got wireless, and I don't believe we have wireless anymore. So we still had it when we were back. I mean, is there
Okay.
Matrix here?
There does not seem to be Matrix here. You might be able to plug it into the old computer, but
Yeah, so like in AR, it's just got the little frown face. It's not reading anything.
it says no service. It's very sad.
No service, exactly. Yeah, he will like. I got nothing, guys. But look at that finger. It's green. I'm gonna find. I'm gonna take something on my survival kit, like a bag, and collect the finger.
Try and communicate with them.
I already did. I asked him if it hurt. He didn't respond. I'll try again. I'll knock on the door. Hey, you in there?
There is some very slow thudding in response. It's very
Sounds like he wants out. Should I let him out?
I would rather like to ascertain whether or not they are sapient first.
I'm gonna do the first part of shaving a haircut on the door.
There's one response, but not two.
Hey, everybody knows that, so that's sapient. Or he's cheap. Yes.
Here's a cartoon.
Bit.
So knowing what I know now from what I read, the magical and whatever happened, do I know what that would? Well, I guess I kind of already do know what happened, but does my magical knowledge give me any more? Everything's been rather vague so far.
Yeah, make me a roll.
You just want like a memory roll?
Yeah, memory would be perfect, and then add 2 for your. You said magical theories, yeah?
I have Arcana, Metaplanes, Magical Societies, Magical Traditions.
Okay, yeah, magical traditions. That's perfect.
Okay. Oh, that does not sound good. All right. Six hits?
Okay, awesome. So you're contemplating as Chainz is picking up this finger with his survival kit and trying to make a new friend again, and you recall a paper that you read while you were in school that there was some kind of theory about being able to summon or bridge to metaplanes, microplanes, shadow planes, things that are in between the metaplanes, by basically fusing some of the essence of that with a caster who already has some sort of underlying tie or issue that could be basically exploited. It is not sanctified research by anybody reputable.
Okay, so there's no like official research being done into whether it's possible or the outcomes of such research that she would know offhand. Okay. So it's really a giant question mark as to whether or not they are still sapient.
Yes, exactly. The paper that you read with 6 hits talks about how it is possible, but because this is not sanctioned research and not humane in any way, that no one is willing to come forward with their results.
Right, right. Okay, well. Okay, I suppose. Well, let's get down there. And we should at least. We'll be prepared for anything when we reopen it. I am rather against leaving a living creature trapped down here, whether sapient or not. And at this point, if they are not, it might be better just to put them out of their misery.
Okay.
There's a big, wide, like, preserve up there. We could, it'll be okay.
That the
Right?
public goes to. If this being is hostile, I will not release them on an unsuspecting public.
So the risk of whatever it's got being toxic.
I wouldn't worry about transmitting anything. It's not like a disease. However, it does seem to be rather acidic. That would likely be a larger concern.
Yeah. Put the blade on the end of my staff and get into basically.
I'm gonna have my air spirit standing by. And
Chainz will
go back down there and
remove his chains, complicated looping around and across his chest, and kind of loop it in his hands.
Now, Chainz, you said you had an older mentor, right?
Yes, guide.
Okay.
Oh, spirit
One-
of water, not air. My bad.
Yes. Why don't you make a roll for me? And we'll go with magical traditions, with the idea that that guide is you've had a different education than Hanako.
Oh yeah, he's definitely he's that's why I'm so into the earth and he teaches me Greenpeace stuff.
So with it confirms what Hanako is recalling about the paper that she read. You do recall that there was also potentially a way to separate and set something in reverse.
Hey, maybe we could find a way to unswamp thing this creature. Maybe you could find some more research to see if there's a way that we can get the elf back.
Bad idea. She seems like genuinely impressed.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know some old stories that my mentor guide had explained to me, and he's a smart guy. Well, I say guy, but I don't really even think he's human. I'm not sure what he is, but he's smart.
I should like to speak to this guide, if possible. Anyway, I will see what if there's anything further I can find about reversing it, or perhaps we can reverse engineer it entirely. And she's going to go back up to the terminal, and while she's looking for that kind of information, she's also going to take the time to just like copy all the information onto a data chip.
Okay.
Because Snake Mentor and magical interesting things. I need all of this information.
I definitely didn't write this with your character in mind. Not at all.
I need it. She's too humane to actually probably do anything with it, but I need the knowledge.
Yeah,
So it definitely looks like. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, Chainz is just going to go up and just kind of like review the notes as well. He kind of had been ignoring it up to now because the smart Shadowrunner Hanako is doing it, but since she kind of like a little bit of compliment there, he's gonna kind of like try and help and oversee stuff.
So there is a lot of data that is on this very old computer. Yes.
Hanako does have analytical mind.
Okay.
Which, I mean, it just gives me bonus edge on logic-based tests.
Yeah. So it's just slow. Like the machine is just it's trying
fair.
as fast as it can, but it is not fast.
It's like using a Nokia brick today.
Right.
If you could get it to turn on.
And as Team Magic is up there looking at things, Sleepy, you hear another thud. This time it is a little further down from where you're standing, and it sounds like a thud followed by a deep scratching sound.
Is there another door down there?
There is a railing that is overlooking this large green pond with some weird trees and plants and such. And coming up over the side is.
Did you say weird trees? Weird trees? Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That look like?
So this is a humanoid-looking figure. Their skin is all green, and their hair is made of flowers.
It's poison ivy.
So it is 9:45. So if we want to roll initiative, or if we want to take a break now and roll initiative during the break, it's up to y'all,
Either way.
or up to Tom.
Oh, hey, folks, thanks for sticking around. Think we're getting attacked now?
Yes, very exciting attack here from this beautiful creature. And I feel like I can maybe convince somebody on the Patreon team that if you would like the images that I created for this adventure, we could put that in the Patreon reward.
We could 100% do that.
So, Chainz, looks like you're up first.
Chainz will step. I guess he's going to step to the side because he doesn't want to, he's already angered Jay once today, so. I mean, are you okay? Can we reason with you? In response, what's it look like? What's it doing?
It is a humanoid with green skin and pink floral hair, and it does look directly at you. Like maybe it does understand what you're saying.
Is it missing a digit?
It is not missing it.
All right. Well, I'm not going to initiate combat. I'm just going to like make placating gestures. Hey, we're here to help. We're here to help. And then I will take a full defense action.
All right. Next up is Jay.
Oh, it's not.
Action, and I would have moved right up next to Jay.
Yeah, actually, it's not. It's not growling or doing anything. Gonna save my actions if I can use them if it does attack.
Okay. All right. It makes eye contact with both of y'all as it sort of drippily walks by. That's how I'm going to describe it.
It's trying to walk by.
Yes.
Then I would actually use an intercept action, block it from getting to.
Okay.
I would actually get the staff up and step and basically, yeah.
Is it moving towards the door?
It seems to be heading in that direction. Yes.
I would block. I would have the staff out in front of me and step in front of it and block it, keep it from going past.
Okay.
Hold on, we need to talk first.
Step out of her way. I'm not sure she understands you. I am looking for a way to reverse the process. Let her be.
She doesn't attack or anything like that when she's in front of me?
She will grab onto your spear.
Yep.
And try to remove it from the equation.
Okay. All right. Would you like me to roll? I'm not going to let go.
Yeah, I figured it will do opposed strength check.
Okay. Okay, so just roll strength.
Mm-hmm. You successfully keep your spear in your grip.
Nako said that I would use a minor action to kind of slide over to the side. Let it pass.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got enough action where I'd be able to legitimate.
Sounds good. Hanako.
Yes. So I was looking over my spell list, and actually a quick question. I know it doesn't quite work this way in the rules, like as written, but I feel like it might be appropriate in this situation. I have the Analyze Magic spell. Would that maybe possibly help us like a shortcut into finding a way to undo whatever magic did this to them?
Sure. I like it.
All right. Let me see if I can cast it.
Tom and Steve at me later for not following the rules.
Oh no, there's plenty of. Shadowrun wasn't written to be that specific.
Good. I'm probably going to. Did I seriously just get one hit? Did I roll enough dice?
You haven't
5 ranks.
used any edge.
You have a specialization in spellcasting that's not added to the spell cast.
I do, but I think that's added because let me see, my casting logic 5, 11, so 13 with the specialization. Yeah, it is added. I'm gonna.
It's your magic plus sorcery.
Yeah, no, I
skill.
know. Oh, same thing. Logic is and magic is the same. I was thinking terrain, but yeah.
Y'all did.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll
last time.
total hits.
Now you roll high.
Okay. So it's technically an opposed test that uses it's opposed by 2 times the total hits on the original skill test that created the magical effect being analyzed.
Okay. All right.
And I gotta figure. Okay, drain values in 60 still confuse the hell out of me.
Just drain 3.
Doesn't it increase the number of hits? Increase the drain or some?
Not on everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
only
so
a couple
not on the
spells.
detections. Okay, good. Not on detection spells. All right, then I'll just soak 3 drain.
Oh, it typically only shows up on ones where you're applying hits to an effect that'll last.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. So make sure that I did that. Yep. So you beat that by 5. So that will give you an edge. And the original spell, yeah. So the original spell seems to be some sort of combination of plant magic and toxic magic.
Makes sense from everything we've seen. Okay. What kind of an what action is it to activate a prep? What did I put down that one? Command prep. I don't remember what actions I have. I have 1 major.
many initiative dice do you
And
have?
2 minor, I think. I've only got 1 initiative die right now.
Oh, then yeah, you've got 2 minor.
Okay, so major action was casting the spell. What is... does it say for command preps?
Got the
I keep scrolling back and forth between the magic section.
There's actually a reference card in the lobby under references that's combat actions.
Yeah, it says a minor action for activating and deactivating a focus. I don't see anything specifically for prep, but
would probably you will ask, but I probably would say now it's same as activating, deactivating.
that's what I'd lean towards too.
Okay, and you said that was a minor?
Yes.
Perfect! I would like to activate one of my increased reflexes preps. I need speed. So,
All right. Any other minor actions for you there, Ava?
Nope. That'll be it for now. Unless I don't know what. I mean, no, that's it. I was trying to figure out, like, it was the analyze magic enough that she could figure out how to undo it, or do I go back to the digital records and what they did and combine that
Friend
knowledge of the two?
Sleepy, you are up.
Until told otherwise, I'm going to pocket that key card
Okay.
and I guess just keep an eye out, but not really, we're not in combat.
Sleepy just likes to grab cards and hang on to them.
Yeah, yeah, it's beginning to be a theme.
All right. Chainz.
There's not a Chainz is really confused by this. He's not used to magical plant creatures getting up in everyone's face. And obviously it looks like it's a lady, so he's not going to put hands on a lady to stop her from doing things. So he will attempt to communicate once more. So hey, can we like do some charades or something? Maybe figure out what you're looking for, what you want. You don't seem unintelligent. Any reaction?
Yeah, she will look at you and point a long vined finger towards the door that y'all just closed. And where did you put the severed finger?
It's probably in in my pack somewhere.
She'll point.
I just put it in the pocket of my jacket. I didn't have time to do that.
She'll point in the general area of the finger.
Oh yeah, I'll pull that out and I'll toss it over to her. I think she wants her friend.
All right, Jay.
I think technically I'm up next. My initiative increased.
Yes, you are. I didn't. Yeah, no, thank you. I didn't rearrange it, so.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
There we go.
So now I've got 1 major and 4 minor actions.
All right, Hanako.
Yes. She's going to say to the others, I think it's safe to go ahead and let him out. And can she start working at picking at that magic and unraveling it? Or does she need to read more first?
I will say that as basically like full defensive kind of thing, that it's basically a full round that you can sit and think about it as long as you're not disturbed. So you can
Then
start
I'll give a quick
puzzling it out.
Yeah, I'll give a quick command to my spirit to just protect me should anything arise. Just in case.
All right.
And yeah, she'll begin plucking at the threads of magic there.
Now it's Jay.
Okay. I pull out a card. I got plenty of them still on me. Slot it in. I get the longest arm, so I slot it in. We'll open it up.
Okay.
I would take a step back from the door. I assume once I shifted to the side, she let go of my spear.
Yes. So, Chainz, when you tossed the severed finger over, was it still in the... Was it wrapped
Yes.
in anything?
Yep. It was in a, just a baggie.
Okay. So she will not break eye contact with you as she reaches down to pick this up. And she looks very disappointed in you at your use of single-use plastics.
I was reusing it. It was the plastic that the gas mask came in. I'd saved it and put it in my survival kit just to use it again.
And she swallows the finger and then walks towards the door.
Oh, that was not what I expected.
Nor was it what I expected.
Actually, I was ready for it.
Maybe she's gonna go eat that guy.
Let's
That's
pray
a-
they're not like praying mantises.
Possibility. It's at that point Jay realizes his next comment was just going to get him. Stops talking. But the door. Make sure the door is open for it, and just stay out of her way.
Sleepy.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know what I can do to help, other than just keeping watch ultimately between everything.
All right. Inside the this area here, Sleepy, you do hear some rumbling and some scraping. Since you were standing right there next to it. All right, we'll go back around again. Chainz.
Yeah, I think Jay was gonna get that door open, so Chainz will just step back over here by Hanako. And that's it.
All right. And Hanako is still... we'll take another round for researching, but go ahead and give me I'm going to treat it like an extended test. So
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a roll on, we'll call it Arcana.
So that's knowledge. So you want like a memory or
Yes.
sorcery?
Yeah. Which is better?
Enchanting?
Since you're doing the research, you'd use your best skills.
Well, technically, enchanting is better, but if this is more spell casting, then I could see sorcery.
All right,
But that's a difference of
sorcery then.
1 die.
Yeah.
Spellcasting specialization would not apply here. 4 hits. Yay.
All right. So you are starting to unwind these threads that you can see in the astral that this plant has got vines of toxic wrapped around it almost.
Mhm.
And you think with a little more study that you may be able to figure out the separation point to peel it apart.
Perfect.
All right, Jay.
Is now the door's open? Is whatever's on the other side of it coming through? Be going through?
There are other things starting to come through.
Okay.
Multiple?
Well, since you asked so nicely. That there are 2 additional beings starting to come through.
Matter of it's tough to do that in roll 20, but I'm trying to put myself between them and Hanako without actually blocking her.
Sure.
And it's all I did was use my minor action in case one of them run.
This one right here, Sleepy, as it's walking out the door, makes eye contact with you and points what would be a finger, but the finger is missing.
Sorry.
And then looks at Chainz and does the same thing. Sleepy, anything you want to do?
After apologizing, he'll, I think, step over or away from the door just to let them out and not be in the way as much.
Make sure they have their own personal space.
Yeah. The scraping is kind of slightly.
All right, Chainz.
Seeing Hanako, jumping in. You're hermetic, right, Hanako?
Yeah.
But I can still see the magic coming off of her and kind of intuit what she's trying to do. So Chainz is going to attempt to assist.
Perfect.
So just a sorcery roll.
Yes, that would be great.
So yeah, he'll just reach inside and using the intuitive side of the magic that he uses, he'll attempt to help her fill in the mesh that she's using to build to split the 2 creatures apart.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So, Hanako, why don't you go ahead and make another roll for me and use the 6 hits from Chainz as a kind of teamwork thing.
It still maxes out at. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to comment that I like the 2 sides coming together, the 2 different sides of magic.
You're gonna make me sing Ebony and Ivory.
Does assisting work like it does in 5e? It's maxed out at the rating.
Yeah, the skill rating.
Eight more.
All right. So between the 2 of y'all, basically comparing magical notes of how it's all come together, that you can see this separation that it looks like what initially looked like some sort of intertwining is actually some sort of overlay, for lack of a better word, that there has somehow pulled essence from a toxic subplane to mix in with these casters who had some sort of affinity for plants, and that you are able to essentially separate those two things between the two of you and your study and your magical essence things. I ran out of words, sorry. So with that, it looks like the things that you are sort of taking away from them are the toxic qualities. Things like noxious breath or other things like that.
Yay!
And as you are performing this, what you all see on the physical plane, these three beings sort of link hands, and their hands sort of meld into each other in sort of a viney overgrowth kind of way. And then they start walking towards the back of the room where there is another ladder, like the one that y'all climbed down.
Ladder going up or down?
Going up.
Okay.
That still doesn't explain the Alcara, though.
So
Does it?
did they, as they pulled away the toxic stuff, did they start looking?
They did a little bit. Does anyone have any sort of science or plant related skills? Any gardeners out there?
Only magic for me.
Chainz has outdoors.
Okay, yeah, make a do outdoors, and Tom, you can do your urban survival too.
Yep.
So the plants that are with these three, so the one with the pink hair is oleander, is the flower that you notice. The one with the green hair is poison ivy or poison oak. And the one with the white hair is water hemlock. All three of those flowers are varying degrees of poisonous. That's why it's poison oak and not poison ivy. I'm not here for your copyright infringing. Sir.
Okay. So they look. What did you do to them? What happened to them?
In simple terms, we removed the essence of a toxic mana plane.
We sanded them.
They were, from the looks of it, likely druids of a sort.
But like we sanded the toxic stuff off.
Sure.
Okay.
But out of game, Jennifer, this doesn't explain like the Alcara and the magic weirdness, does it? I feel like it doesn't, but it might.
Nope, probably not. There's still some perception rolls and investigations. It's only 10:30.
Yeah. All right. Making sure Hanako was on the right track.
Yeah, no, you got it.
However, you're not finished here.
So they're like they're spirits that were.
No.
They're not spirits.
No, they were people, metahumans, who were experimented on. They were test subjects.
Sick. Okay. But we're just gonna let them go out, up and out.
Think they can handle themselves. And it
I mean,
looks like all of the Aztechnology personnel are dead.
and it
So-
does seem they're, I mean, as aggressive as they're not very aggressive.
I would not say they're not aggressive. They are not hostile.
What
Yeah.
made the other's finger?
Well,
Hungry.
That was interesting.
There's something else in this this Rocky Mountain Arsenal place that we were looking for. The white stag,
Bison.
bison. Yeah.
But yes, the experiments on those three does not explain the magical phenomena that have been noticed.
that's a roll on Denver streets. I mean, fairly well, just to make sure, fairly well known that. So this could have been something Aztec was doing with Ghostwalker.
It could have been. There are rumors that as technology is still running around in the deep shadows, even though they were supposed to all leave.
It's always a possibility.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard they were importing some like crazy strange drugs to try and kill Ghostwalker. I mean that rumor went around a couple months ago.
yep. Actually, Sleepy and not gonna know that they say anything. Out of character. Yeah, okay, that fits. It fits as technology and goes. All right.
So can we follow them wherever they're going?
Well, they're going up to the surface, I would imagine.
Yeah, if they're plants, they want light. They no place. Probably fresh. All right, so we got to look around here.
Does the route we were taking go further on, or is this where it ends?
This is where it ends.
Okay, so yeah, there's something here. Hanako, I guess, is going to poke around the computers a little bit more. And also make sure her download finishes properly.
Change
Yeah,
the start.
Start searching the place.
So inside this area where the green smoke was coming from, it looks like a very supervillain cartoony sort of green bubbling pool. And Chainz, as you're moving around, you get the very excited noise that you have like one bar of service.
Ding.
Yeah, just that one, and that you get the information that the toxins in this area are in fact different from the last ones. That it's registering as DDT and GB nerve gas.
First one is only a problem after like 20, 30 years as your bones rot. But the second one is a problem right now. I will notify everyone that there's nerve gas in the area and kind of step back.
Is that not precisely why we are wearing the gas mask?
Yeah, but nerve gases sometimes are contact based.
I'm
fact,
pretty
most of them
sure if
are.
it was, we would have already felt the effects. Much as she just kind of like half turns and gestures at the dead bodies.
Yeah, that's it. Chainz is just backing off.
Other things of note in the area, the over the side where the first plant person came up is that greenish looking water, and it does look like it is part of the water table, the water system.
Ooh, Chainz will go down and collect a sample of that in his water purifier. See if he can get any readings off that.
And your water purifier does let you know that there is DDT in the water, and that there is a liquid. That was the word. Sort of that liquid form of the GB nerve agent. So it's not in its gaseous form, but that there are traces of that in there as well. And
you said... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, you said that was part of the water table, as in, like, this... That seems bad.
Yeah.
Could this be causing, like, magical hallucinations?
Well, as Chainz, as you're down there, and you see that one of the there's tanks under these condenser units, that one of them does have a crack in it.
That's not good. And I don't have a way. I can't think of a way we can seal that up.
Do you not keep a roll of duct tape in your survival kit?
I have gecko tape gloves. And if there's duct tape in the survival kit, I don't think duct tape will keep a leaking container. Like, it's a temporary solution for a long-term problem. Maybe you could get on that computer thing and see if we can empty this container out into some of the other ones.
Yeah. And she'll start looking for that.
Okay. Sleepy, make me a biotech roll.
He hits.
So you know from your experience with biotech that none of these things are good. And as Chainz did say that, DDT is fine after like 23 years. But that you do know that there are some filtration and destabilization techniques that could be applied if you had the right equipment down here. That moving it is a good temporary solution, but that given the age of the facility, that probably something else is going to have to be done.
Is there a mechanical room or something nearby?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have that?
Yeah, right over here where this warning sign is.
I'll go over there and see what they have.
Okay. Anything in particular that you're looking for?
So if we're probably for now a filter, but the problem with a filter is that it'll eventually need to be ultimately.
Yeah, we need to find a chemical composition to neutralize the.
Yeah. So ideally, a way to neutralize it. But if not that, a filter, and then
You said there's a machine room.
Mhm.
I have an idea. I wonder if I could summon a task spirit with engineering skill and specialization in chemicals. And then we could see if the task spirit could help us devise a method by clearing out and neutralizing the toxins. What do you think,
Try.
Hanako? Do you think we could try that?
Apologies. Ava missed that because she was distracted by a message.
Chainz was theorizing that we could use the machine room to try and summon a task spirit that might be able to have some specialization or knowledge in chemicals.
That could work.
Because task spirits specifically allow you to pick the engineering skill and an associated knowledge skill. So possibly there's a task spirit that's been in this area and could assist us in figuring out how to proceed.
She'd said about summoning one. Let's go with let's go with a force 3. Don't feel like we need anything big for this, and also I'm not that good at summoning.
Neither is Chainz. How many dice do you have? He's got 8.
8.
Hey, ladies first.
Don't have to worry about my spirit bane. That's spirits. Do you want to do the roll for its resistance, or do you want me to do that?
If you've got it pulled out, you can go ahead and do it.
I mean, it's equal to the force of the spirit. Right? I'm not messing that up?
Force times 2.
Or is it double the
6 dice.
force?
Yeah,
It is
6
double
dice.
the force, yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's very happy to help. It's still my minimum 2 drain, is it? Or
Mm-hmm.
okay.
It is,
Yeah, I'm
so
good.
for spirits, drain is net hits that they get on the resistance test. So
Oh.
I know in 5e it was still a minimum of 2 drain, though.
yeah, there's no
You couldn't
minimum at
reduce it
6.
beyond that.
I also thought it was minimum of 2. So sweet.
You have a force 3 task spirit.
Yes, and so
That's an engineer.
yep, so force 3 task spirits, they can come with biotech, electronics, engineering, outdoors, piloting, and a specialization in a chosen skill, as well as an appropriate knowledge skill.
Wow.
Super useful if you're watching us. This is a good tip for tonight. So after Hanako summons the spirit, Chainz will kind of make eye contact with it and get down on his knees and say, "Hey there, little guy, how you doing? This is have you been around here long?"
He looks around and then nods very big.
Awesome. What do you want me to call you? And out of character, what does he look like?
So he looks like a construction of wrenches. It's like a wrench man.
Can we just call you Wrenchy? Sounds like it looks like fitting.
A little wrench arm that's a crescent wrench spins, so it looks like a little thumbs up.
Excellent.
Because I haven't made Tom laugh enough tonight.
So we've got a problem over here. These tanks are leaking, and it's really bad for the environment. And we wanna fix this. Can you help us devise a solution? It's some weird chemical. And we got all these tools and stuff over here, but we're not smart enough to figure out how to solve this.
Beg your pardon, Chainz. You don't need to speak to them like they're children.
I mean, I speak to you like that.
No, you don't, because I would smack you if you did.
Come on, Hanako. I mean, we were getting along so well earlier.
Just saying, they are smarter than you give them credit for.
This one's not. He's only like Force 3.
Chainz.
Which makes him more intelligent than the average metahuman.
Chainz. Not going to do your ankle any good. Teeth are not going to do your ankle any good. Get out your foot. Keep going.
I just like being nice to him. I mean, they're cool little guys. He's a little wrench.
There's a difference between kind and patronizing.
And you know that line. I am certain.
Very well.
All right, so Renchi looks very excited. And so you said this is the Force 3 task spirit. So engineering and what else?
Well, you get engineering would be the active skill, and then he gets a specialization in that skill as well. What would be an appropriate one for this? God, I don't know what the specializations are in 6e anymore. Yeah.
Oh,
Pardon me.
For that?
Engineering.
For engineering? Pretty much you can honestly make up whatever.
Industrial.
Would be industrial.
Let's go with industrial.
I like it.
And then he gets a knowledge skill, as well as an appropriate knowledge skill. Hazardous waste. That's a knowledge skill.
I like it. Sounds appropriate.
I think I'm definitely freezing. Okay, I think I'm back. Maybe.
We can hear you and see you.
Okay, good. My internet decided to spaz. I don't know how much you caught of anything.
So
You were smooth the whole time. We all just stopped moving.
Mm.
So Renchi grabs some tools from the machine room and heads down to where you all have indicated the problem is and starts working on repairs, and looks like he's building some sort of rudimentary purification. That it looks similar to your water purifier for your survival pack, Chainz. But that maybe it's on, I won't say a larger scale because it's not that much bigger, but that it looks like it's starting to do some analyzing or something along those lines. Anything else that y'all would like to do?
Just looking around for anything else that suspect problem.
Those things look like the primary problem. There's still the bubbling pool of toxic in this area, but everything else seems to have been explored.
So the contaminated water could explain all the experiences people were having, right?
There was some y'all did hear about some history of the area where there used to be a problem with water contamination that was supposed to have been cleared up.
Right.
So those things could absolutely be related.
Okay. Also the weird ley line stuff. Going over my notes from last session.
Yeah, absolutely. Sleepy or Tawny, anything else you want to look into? Anything else you want to do? Okay.
Nako grabs
Steve,
her
anything?
thumb drive.
Yes, so it is finally finished. The files have finally finished copying over.
Yay. She's gonna silently pocket that. And then see about destroying it. The actual computer, the terminal that's here. We're just gonna make it unusable. Just a low force lightning bolt through it ought to fry most of the electronics.
Need any of the computer to actually run the filtration device that the spirit's building, though? You could just simply delete all the data.
I don't trust that someone couldn't recreate it from fragments left. Nothing is ever truly deleted. Is the computer itself, the terminal itself needed, or just the power grid?
I mean, the actually, you say you're going to try and destroy it?
Yeah,
Or is
we
that-
can have
okay.
a conversation.
Okay. I just wanted to take a look at it. Okay. Glitch. But I am going to get one hit because I'm going to use 2 edge. Turn one of those 4s into a 5.
My
Check out.
defaulting electronics is better than that.
I know. Well, actually, this is investigating it, so I could make an argument. Make an argument that intuition is better.
Either way, Chainz would come up and pat you on the shoulder and say, "I am certain that you can do this," and cast increase attributes to either logic or intuition, whichever one you want.
Jen, what's the ruling on that? I'm basically trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Okay. Giving me increased intuition.
I will try. I don't remember what I thought your essence was pretty low.
Oh yeah, it's not even worth it. You're right. My essence.
Oh yeah, no.
I've got
yeah,
one
no.
essence.
Yeah, my bad luck. Oh, but so I will give you 6 edge, or not 6 edge. I'll give you 3 edge, because glitches refill my. All glitches are critical glitches, and they refill my edge pool.
Oh, that's true. Actually, I didn't think of that. Okay. Oh.
So I was unsuccessful in increasing your stuff, but I was successful in giving you an edge.
Yep. Okay.
Wow, 3 on 18 dice? Gross.
3 edged.
No, wait.
No, 13 dice. It was 13 total. I edged 5. I just didn't get that much. 3 edging give me that much. But okay, 3 hits. I'm trying to see, is this terminal self-contained, or is it going back to a host?
The terminal is self-contained, partly due to age. There's no host. Like, any host that saw this would just laugh.
Okay. So it's not hooked to anything. If this thing gets smashed and destroyed, done.
Yep.
Just one lightning bolt. I could just
It'd be
buy
like
hits
walking
for
into
that.
a room full of Commodore 64s in 2022. 2023. Here's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. She seems to. I get out of the way because she really want a lightning bolt.
I do not want this information falling into ill-intended hands.
Not arguing that we shouldn't destroy it. I'm just saying. No, go ahead. You want to try it? Go ahead.
Do you want me to roll?
Sure. Just to make sure that you don't glitch and lightning bolt a party member.
Ew, that's 5. Ew, I forgot how high Drain Lightning Bolt was. Gross. Oh, hey, look at me go. Open that 5 like a champ.
You have successfully lightning bolted the ancient computer. It is a satisfying pop, crackle, and small fire.
And the smell of burning electronics.
Mm.
Yummy.
All right. Any other destruction that y'all would like to cause?
The task spirit doing on fixing the tank.
It's going to take him some time, but he seems to at least come up with a temporary solution.
Is there any help we can assist them with?
You have any engineering?
I do have engineering.
Okay. If you want to use your engineering skill, you can absolutely assist.
Engineering logic plus logic, intuition.
We'll go for logic.
A strength. Okay.
All right, so you're able to help them patch it up and at least get it to stop leaking for the time being. It definitely looks like it's going to require some sort of patching in a more permanent solution, and draining it and disposing of it properly and all that responsible stuff.
He take very detailed camera pictures of it, so it's obvious what's happening to whoever professional engineers that'll have to come back and fix this.
Renchi definitely jumps into some of those photos. They're very proud of their They're very proud of their handiwork. They're very excited to help. All right. So unless there are any other shenanigans, we can fast forward to back to the surface.
Yeah. Do we want to go back to the other spot, or do we want to head up this one?
I think we should go up this one. We haven't really want to drive all the way back there.
Except we could end up leaving that opening.
I mean, it's been open all this time and no one's wandered in. I think it'll be okay.
It's something that we can tell the Johnson about.
Yep. Okay. Start climbing up first because he knows the guy with 1 strength is not going to be that manhole cover.
There is that. But he's got 5 strength now.
Plant people already went up.
Yeah, actually, who knows? They may have it opened up. All right, we go up the hike up, climb up.
So you climb up the ladder and you find at the top a regular size manhole cover that has already been moved out of the way for you. And you come out of a small a small looks like an abandoned sort of brick building. I definitely did that wrong. That was my bad, but it'll show up well enough on there. Yeah, and so y'all all emerge from this small building that's sort of in the middle of nowhere. The door is half open, presumably from your new plant friends.
Yeah, Chainz will look around for danger.
There's nothing. There's nothing up here except this little building. There's a road you can see about a half mile away.
Can I check and see if I can see which direction the plant people went?
There is a path of green that seems to be heading further north, where there's some more forested area towards the mountain.
Okay. Away from any people.
Yes, there are probably some people in that area, but away from Denver.
Yeah, away from Denver and away from the nature trails.
Yes, away from the visitor center. They did not want keychains with their names on them.
Percy.
Well, Chainz will brandish his staff and start hiking back towards the van.
All right, you make it back to the van with no issues.
Nako's going over everything in her apartment. Do I need any work done? Well, I've got a task spirit with a couple tasks left. That sink has been leaking.
All right, aside from a couple of dragon scouts running around, you don't really run into anybody or any sort of trouble. Chainz, your friend from earlier, does give you a wave. He sees you on another trail.
Chainz will definitely be going back. He wants to hike all the trails. He's going to get that little map and mark off all the trails as he goes around.
Fantastic.
Okay. Get back to the van and call our Johnson for the next part of to get paid. Hand over the info.
All right, so just a quick recap of what y'all tell them. Are you telling them everything? Are you leaving any parts out?
High level stuff. As technology had had taken over the I don't even know what to call that.
Underground bunker or whatever. There was something down there.
That's a good word. Good word for it. And we're doing experiments in the magical nature, which combined with the converging ley lines here, there, and a bit of water contamination were the cause for everything. Everything and has been taken care of now.
And Chainz will add in the data from his gas mask that showed the chemical compositions of the different chemicals in the underground bunker.
The Johnson is very grateful for all the information that you provide, and they send over 5,000 new yen each, which was your agreed upon 4,000 plus 1,000 for hazard pay. And they say they appreciate your help with doing this, and that they will make some calls to make sure that everything gets cleaned up properly so that this won't happen again.
Yes, it was sort of a patch job that we did.
And that is it. That is all I had for y'all. Thank you so much
Karma.
for going through this wild ride with me.
How much good karma do we get?
7. Yep.
Ooh.
You solved many puzzles and successfully avoided like 3 different types of combat. So,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, there was a couple, but I think
I didn't think 3.
Mm-hmm.
What were they?
In the first bunker room, there were a couple of places where if you had gone looking, opening doors, that there were some acolytes in there.
Ah, that makes sense.
And you chose to not fight the plant people, but to be helpful heroes instead. And there was a toxic shaman hiding in there. But it didn't go that way, so...
Well,
I wish we would have found him.
If Hanako had known there was a toxic shaman down there, it would have gone that way.
Did we see any of their spells cast? Because I'll remember that astral signature.
I mean, while unraveling the toxic, would that have had the signature of?
It would have, yeah, absolutely. Store that in your memory bank.
Yes. If I ever see that again, I won't see it after that.
He tried to give you things to shoot at, Tony, and everybody wanted to make nice instead.
No, if they were being experiments on, I don't think.
I'm just happy that Chainz and Hanako have now found common ground, because he will definitely look for that toxic shaman if allowed.
Now I have to collect all the cards, according to Tom.
Gotta catch 'em all.
any reputation or heat? Can't imagine any heat.
No heat and 1 point of reputation.
Okay. All right.
Y'all did some pudding, basically. You did good stuff and didn't blow up toxic things, so.
Did we get any contacts?
You got your walker friend.
Crazy hiker dude?
Crazy hiker dude. Yeah, absolutely crazy hiker dude.
I'm totally naming him Earl.
Perfect. Earl the hiker. And he will have a specialization in like outdoor wilderness survival that's the opposite of urban. Just in case you need it. And because it's 11 o'clock at night, you can get the contact of Oleander the Druid.
Yeah, that's the one I was hoping for.
That was the pink hair one.
Yeah.
Of course.
What's Earl's connection? Probably just a 1 or a 2.
We'll say a 2. Earl knows some park rangers.
Under the Druid, problem is going to be getting in touch. Like to get in touch.
I mean, or just astrally project.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. In your case, that's yeah, the astral.
I can do the astral thing.
All right, thank you very much for playing, for jamming, Jen.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. It was a good time.
We'll be back on the 18th. Not entirely sure yet which going to GM, but we'll figure that out in time. But tomorrow night, we've got a great episode on Gen Con TV where we, with Rules of Cool, we interview 6 different authors, including Kevin J. Anderson, about a series of novellas that they've written. Here's a Perseus. Then at 8 o'clock Eastern, the Emerald Glitch is back. In the shadows, it's only a matter of time before one has to choose. What will a runner's latest job cost them? Why is their target so valuable? Will survive the chilling conclusion of the Redstone arc. At 8 o'clock. Then on Saturday, we've got Descent into Avernus. Sunday, we'll have Like Clockwork. And Monday, we'll have Paranormal Albany. And next Tuesday will be the return of Shadowrun Chicago. We get to start Season 8. Shadowrun missions centered in get anything that needs to get mentioned.
Not that I can think of offhand.
Okay. Okay. Well, then guess that's it, everyone. Thank you. We'll see you in 2 weeks. 18th. Good night.
Night.
Bye.